He hasn't been released in the UK for 2 months, and already Deathsaurus is old news, with Missing Link Optimus Prime being the current belle of the ball, but we'll get to that soon, because it's time for Deathsaurus to get their due. I didn't want to just put out a review as soon as it arrived, because honestly, it's a big weird toy with a lot of accessories, and it was hard to quantify my feelings on it immediately. As Jay-Z said, first of all, you can't play with a Haslab release and rate it in a day. It's just impossible. And when I see that, I'm like, oh, so this is all just bullshit? Oh, come on, Jigga Man, that's every other YouTube channel you're talking about. So I've opened it, played with it, put it on the shelf, admired it, taken it down multiple times over the weeks, and really consolidated my feelings and thoughts on it. And yeah, it's pretty good. First off, the name Deathsaurus. I know that's the name we often use in the West, and I love how cool a name it is, but isn't it embarrassing enough to collect Transformers without having to explain to someone you're playing with a character called Deathsaurus? Get a grip of yourself. I kid, I love it. Let's just have a look at the base Deathsaurus on their own first of all, and then we'll get to all the crud they come with. In fact, first of all, the packaging is truly lovely. I'm glad they shipped it inside a proper box this time, inside another box with corner protectors, unlike the Starsaber that was sent inside a used microwave meal tub with the plastic hanging loose. Immediately I'm blown away by the scale and feel of this toy. He's just so weighty and sturdy, great plastic, nice tight joints, and the paint and finish on him's incredible. So many posing options with all that articulation going on too. And I know it's unfair to say, Haslab stuff really blows third-party incarnations of underserved characters out of the water, because they should. Hasbro's got all the advantages in terms of experience and production, logistics, quality testing, but for me these go beyond the finger-shredding, overly complex designs we so often see in third-party releases, and even beyond the stiff, often cold quality of the official Masterpiece line to provide something that's really high quality but also retains a huge amount of charm. They're still toys, they're there to be interacted with. Deathsaurus has a fantastic design overall. I love that face, I love the helmet, the huge wings that you can pose to your heart's content. It's great. It feels like a Decepticon leader should, imposing and strong, but with a real personality shining through. And for those that aren't familiar or as vital to the cogs of the ever-turning churn of toy production as I am, Haslab is Hasbro's crowdfunding wing, where they're allowed to take zero risk in the production of products that their fan base has been requesting for years now. I mean, I get it. It's like when I put up some artwork online and you all say on social media you'd definitely buy a print of it, and then I print out a load for TF Nation, and then I'm standing there with my thumb up my arse watching those people walk by the stall. I'm not bitter about it, I just wish you were all better people. But the thing with crowdfunding is that the end product we get becomes more and more valuable based on the amount of backers, or essentially pre-orders, that it gets. So if it doesn't hit the baseline target, they don't make the thing, but if they hit certain thresholds, we get additional accessories to complement the base toy. So at launch, the base Deathsaurus pack included Deathsaurus, the eagle and tiger chest partners, his sword and an arrow, and you get the shield too, but that's part of the transformation, you know? The eagle and the tiger partners. Now, no laughing that they used to be called eagle breast and tiger breast, we're better than that. The major lad is the tiger, so pop off the chest and get folding those legs out, and it's fine, it's cute in a way, but definitely feels a little bit awkward. You can transform it into this bow weapon, attaching it to Deathsaurus' arm here, and attaching the arrow accessory, and I quite like that. The second little friend comes in a boxy form within the chest cavity. Push that out through a hole in the big lad's back, and we have this cassette-like form. You can open things out and fold out some blasters and a handle, making it the deadliest shoebox in the galaxy. Folding it out even further, we've got the full eagle partner. This is super charming, and weirdly, I've probably fiddled with this more than anything else in the set. The sword accessory is so huge, and again, the differences between this and a third-party toy of the same size and price range is that I would not slice off a finger if I dropped this. The shield is nice enough. You can hold it using this blue peg for action shots, or you can swivel this piece on the shoulder and attach it there. It's not exactly elegant in appearance, but it's necessary for the transformation. The second tier of accessories was the weapons pack. So you get this spiked flail with a surprisingly long plastic chain, and it gives you a lot of cool posing options. You get 2 sets of triple blast effects, which are always welcome, and Deathsaurus' signature living metal destroying cannon. The cannon is absolutely fantastic. You unfold the entire thing on this hinge, snapping it together nice and tight, before swinging out the stock in these creepy little arms. There are a few options for Deathsaurus to handle it too, and I'm really glad this one got included in the set. The final tier unlocked this display stand with mount and necessary clips. You can slap this onto Deathsaurus and keep him steady, although it does look quite uncomfortable. Of course, there's also Deathsaurus' throne, which plugs into the back here. It's a lovely big chair that reminds me of a homemade bolognese. No bad thing. But there's even space at the top for the eagle to perch. Deathsaurus doesn't exactly sit down in the chair. He might look like he does, but you slide this back fin into the chair and kind of manoeuvre him around until he's almost sitting down. It looks fine in display. It's fine. The best bit about the chair is that it can hold pretty much all the accessories. This is such a good way to store the extras, and it pushes my estimation of the set up a considerable amount. Seeing this whole thing on a shelf, or in, say, the cubby of an IKEA Kallax, it's hard not to think, wow, this might be actually one of the best Transformers ever. I mean, in terms of just an event, when are we ever going to see a Deathsaurus again? I'll say it with confidence, at this level, fucking never, and that counts for something. Last things we have here are the Micromasters Boater and People, who, alongside Holly and Fire from the Starsaber set, complete our rescue patrol team. Now, the two new Micromasters are leaps and bounds above what we got with the last two. The first two were honestly very flimsy, with parts constantly falling off, but these new lads are tough and they're chunky and a joy to transform, another big highlight of the set. But seeing everything here, this Deathsaurus set is still an expensive proposition, but it absolutely feels worth it. There's so much to enjoy here, but there's always that nagging thought that if it wasn't for the fans feeding the crowdfunder, we'd be getting the base level package, which is much less of an attractive proposition. And I know that's just how crowdfunding works, but I probably wouldn't have ordered the set if it was just going to be the sword and the arrow accessories. Standing next to his nemesis, it's hard to say that Deathsaurus is better, but they're doing different things, and the sheer quality of both is a testament to their value. But what if we were to take this entire thing, this intimidating, cool as hell robot, and make him into some kind of cybernetic chicken? Oh, it's fun to get this lad into his beast mode. All lovely ratchets, shunting parts together, everything snapping nicely into each other. It's a delight. I find this chest section extremely satisfying, pulling down these sections, unfolding the little arms, the shield collapsing into the tail that plugs into the back, and we're done. Now, let it be known, I've never been a huge fan of Deathsaurus Beast Mode. Folks say it's a griffin of some type, or maybe even some kind of kaiju, but I can't help but see this big weird chicken thing. And it is weird, but it's cool, but also at the same time, very much not. There's a lot to like though. The mouth opens, you've got a blast effect port. Yeah. The wings really come into their own in this mode too, of course, and the chest partners fit nicely in the back there. You can even separate their wee toes. It's lovely. And check out his mullet while we're at it. I think my favourite thing is that matte black on the neck that really lets the stylised circuitry shine. In this mode you're obviously giving up some movement options, so no dabbing with those little arms, but if you'd like to, you can also use the flail and the sword. Also in this mode, Deathsaurus can still use the cannon, which is pretty funny. I like that a lot. Finally, we have the base and the clip to show the boy soaring, tumbling, and indeed freewheeling into an endless diamond sky with those blast effects on the bottoms of his feet. Deathsaurus is honestly fantastic. I don't think I was quite this enamoured with Starsaber, and I loved that. It isn't often that we get something that feels like a true event, and this definitely does. I cannot recommend this kid enough. Okay, so back to the content mines. Let's have a look at Missing Link Prime next.
Oh, Gavin, that's old news. We're on to something else now.
Oh God, already? Bloody, it's hard to keep up, isn't it? So what's the new thing?
Star Trek novels.